teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. The Cincinnati Bengals. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Willis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll throw here. Kaiser. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. On fourth down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. And Dalton to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. So on fourth down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we eat.
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So now they'll try the end around. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Dalton gives to Bernard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Eifert, the man in motion. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jamie Collins. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Throwing deep here for... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Now Bernard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Dalton sets up play action. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Shift together here from the D-line. Again with Bernard. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1 yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
Dalton throwing on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Shelling through the defense. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Play fake. Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Second down, Dalton. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton, he's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Bernard. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Kaiser. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Ross on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Spins past it, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Kaiser into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They begin with a run by Crowell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Second down, Kaiser. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Kaiser. Going underneath for Crowell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Dalton now to pass. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out. Andy Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 79 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Dalton off play action. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 50 yards. Now a carry for Bernard. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and goal. On the toss, Mixon. Oh, spinning away. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And Elliott puts this one through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Oh, nice move. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Kaiser to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. We're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. On 3rd down, Crowell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. Eluding the Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Throwing, Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They give him a gain of 38. First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. They'll run here with Bernard. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Running left is Crowell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Come on, let's go.
Kaiser now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Here we go.
Kaiser now. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Halfback sent in motion. On fourth down, they snap it to Kaiser. Coleman has it here right side. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now the Bengals on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Dalton. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, off goes Dalton, and on comes the Bengal kicker, Jake Elliott, for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Counter. It's Corral. And Corral lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On the toss, Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And now here's a carry heading left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. A swing pass caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Let's go. 190. Back round.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Browns on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A design run for their wideout. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll throw here. Kaiser. It's caught by Crowell. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. 23 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.